There was a really interesting story you did on the left-wing Guardian Australian newspapers, that some of its reporting on The Voice, which is really for, was actually subsidised by a charity that backs The Voice and funds it. What is going on?
So, Andrew, I'd advise people reading Guardian articles to look really closely on the left-hand side of the web pages, because there's often on there a little logo with sponsors that says this content is supported by. And in this example I used in this story, the Balnaves Foundation, a philanthropic foundation, is part of a collection of same sort of groups that have donated $17 million to the Yes campaign. Now, many of these articles on the Guardian website, you could argue, are favourable to The Voice. And the Balnaves Foundation is supporting these articles. So they have articles that are meant to be objective with money coming from the Balnaves Foundation, which supports The Voice. Now, they have told me, The Guardian, that yes, those clients who do give them funding can suggest topics, but the commissioning editor doesn't have to go along with them, and they do not show these clients copy before it runs. But this is very murky, Andrew, and I would really think that people should look closely at this, because it's hard to see on their website.
I bet you that sponsor's logo would not appear next to a story that was against The Voice. And, you know, I wonder if I saw on the website, The Guardian, saying, well, look, stories like this that are supported by is editorial independent content. And I'm thinking, how editorial independent is it when it's financed by a lobby group? And would they be quite so forgiving if next to my editorials on global warming it said, you know, sponsored by a coal company? Oh, seriously? I'm sure they'd forgive that.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Exactly, Andrew. And I think, can you imagine... That's right, Andrew. I mean, can you imagine News Corp writing stories that are perhaps against The Voice, and then it's funded by Advance Australia or those groups that are supporting the No campaign, just as a hypothetical here? Can you imagine? So I think this raises a lot of questions, but it's I think it's quite sneaky. You need to look for it on their articles.
You have given a very good warning. Thank you so much for that, Sophie Ellsworth. Really appreciate it.